Good morning from the Appalachian Trail. Day 16 of the trip, day 15 of me actually being on trail. I'm in the Shenandoah National Park, heading south. I did 13.1 miles yesterday from Front Royal, and there's another shelter in 13.1 miles. Probably stop there again tonight. It's just really nice to have the privy nearby. The water sources are generally good nearby, and then there's other people, so there's strength in numbers. I tend to tent and not go into the shelter. Just too many rolling noises when you get a bunch of people in a shelter, like a bunch of hot dogs on a rotisserie, keeping everybody awake. I have to say, big change in the weather today. So up until now, the highs have been getting into the 60s, a couple days even in the 50s, but today we're going to crest over 80. So you may notice already, I'm in a short sleeve shirt at the start of the day. I've got my convertible pants on. They're going to zip offs. They're going to be shorts here in a short amount of time. A lot of unique things about Shenandoah National Park, but one of the unique things are the waysides. And I'm told I have a wayside in 6.6 miles where I can get a nice hot hamburger and their world famous blackberry shakes. So that's the goal for this morning. It's 6.6 to that wayside. And I'll check in with you later. Remember the old saying for breakfast: Carnation instant breakfast, coffee, and elevation. Here we go. A little over a mile in already this morning. Well, it is an uphill. It's relatively gentle grade. I'm doing 24-minute miles. Heading uphill, that's a good pace uphill with 30 pounds on your back. 30, 35, I'm not sure which. The shelter last night was a great experience. Not that I was in the shelter, but the people that were there. I bumped into Lucky again. Lucky is a multiple time through hiker. He's done the Appalachian Trail 6 times. He's done the Camino. He's done a number of things. He likes to stay off camera, so I obliged. And then there was a large family, the Shea family, that were there. A dad and 5 sons, and I'll just call them entourage, whether they're old college roommates of the sons or friends. Really cool group, but they were there to honor their dad and support their dad. He's my guess is he's just a few years older than me, probably pushing 70, but he lost his wife, their mom, and she was kind of the linchpin that held them all together, as is often the case. And to encourage him and to spend quality time with him, they go backpacking every year. And this year they decided Shenandoah National Park. So very cool to bump into the Shea family from Delaware. In the rare case that you happen to stumble across this video, it was a pleasure to meet you. Honor to see you, and all the best to you on your continued family adventures. How's this for a view? This is called Little Hogpen Overlook, and then down into the beautiful valley below. Absolutely magnificent. Snake on the trail. 3 feet long There's no rattle. He's just sitting there comfortable, not moving. I sure wish he'd move. There goes the tongue. Come on. Come on, move off the trail, bud. The last overlook was Little Hogpen Overlook. This is Hogpen Overlook. It's just a bigger hogpen. Nice stop there at the wayside where the Cheeseburgers and the blackberry shakes did not disappoint. I'm refueled and ready to go. But before we get too far into this, let's go to the right stuff right now. The right stuff in honor of my junior high Sunday school teacher. And that is taken from Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. It's actually verse 6, but we'll lead into it with verse 5 because most people hear it with verse 5, and that is, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not unto your own understanding. And here's where the letter I comes from. Today's sponsored by I. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. And let's say we all need some path direction. Just past a group of about a dozen trail maintainers. And you can see one of the things they do, amongst others. First of all, you can see all the side weeds that got chopped down. But that first place I was showing you, that's water runoff. That's a water runoff area. And that water runoff area prevents the trail from becoming a washout and rain with mud. Here's another one here. These guys make this trail so much more enjoyable. But the Appalachian Trail is called a primitive hiking trail. It is not a contoured autobahn like some hiking trails are. However, it would be much more primitive if not for the trail maintainers. Look, here's another water washout area.